Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday morning. What's today? Today's the 30th, isn't it? I think it's the 30th. I think that's right. Yes, March 30th, 2022. How's everybody doing today? Let me know in that comment section there. Make sure you can hear me, obviously, post in that comment section. Today's going to be a cool session. Seriously, if you've been looking for products and you couldn't find products to sell that were profitable, this is your day. If you're not looking for products, you're welcome to hang out, but I mean, that's what we're going to talk about. But you can ask questions about anything you want, anything having to do with starting, running, and growing online businesses. Guys, you are welcome to ask that in that chat box. This is an open session. So if we go a little off kilter, that's okay. Not a problem there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about these products. If you've had trouble finding products, post that in that chat section. If you found cool products, post that in the chat section. I don't want anybody to worry like, oh my God, if I give up my product, other people will know about it and there won't be enough for me. Guys, there's 7 billion people in the world. So, if somebody else sells the same product you do, it's okay. It'll probably just get it more name recognition. It'll make it more branded, whatever. Don't worry about that, okay? I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that stuff. There's plenty of people for me to sell to. But introduce yourself. Like I said, in that chat box there, say hello, say something to me. Let me know that you're alive, okay? It's different when I don't have comments because it's like I'm talking to myself. So I want to make sure you guys are commenting and they're like you're supposed to be doing. So let's talk about this real quick, okay? This product sourcing thing. Really, what is product sourcing? I've had to do this a number of times, and product sourcing is really just the phase that after you generate a business idea where you're going to determine how to acquire the products that you sell. Now, there's a lot of different ways of doing this. A lot of different ways of sourcing. And I want to kind of break them down into probably about 5 categories. Okay. And those categories are going to be drop shipping. It's going to be wholesalers. It's going to be manufacturers. It's going to be trade shows, and it's going to be handcraft products. So those are really the 5 main areas. And I've done all of them with the exception of handcraft products, but I've done some research on that, so I will have that information for you today. Also, after the session today, there is a free course. You can get it. It'll be in the description area. You click and download. It's normally $97. You can grab it absolutely free. There's also some good links down there, guys. If you want to support this channel, please do so by using some of those links. You can also click in that chat box. If you want to donate $1 or $5 or whatever to this channel, click that little button that has the $sign on it, and you can send a sticker, and it'll pop up in there, and it will accentuate your sticker in there. And you can donate a little bit if you like the content on this channel and you want to support it. That would be great. You certainly don't have to, but it's nice if you do. If you want to throw $1 or $2 our way. Now let's talk about drop shipping first off. I do drop shipping. I drop ship for a lot of my retailers, and I sell survival foods, emergency food storage. And I will actually drop ship those products for them. In other words, I make them, I warehouse them, I package them, and I ship them out, and I do all that for other people. Okay, so that's basically what drop shipping is. It's probably the easiest way to source products for an online store because you don't have any inventory. You don't have to pay to have stuff, in some warehouse. You don't have to have it at your house. You don't have to package it up. You don't have to ship it out. The process is really simple. All you need is a partner with a dropship supplier, like, anything like that. And then you can use their products and put them on your store and sell them. And that's how I basically started my survival food business, which has generated millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I didn't know that in the beginning. In the beginning, I was thinking, well, heck, if I could make, I don't know, half of what my salary is, I hated my boss so bad that I would be totally happy. And instead, it turned out into quite a good business. So that's what I do. Now, you can work directly with, suppliers. You can work directly with a brand. Like I'm a brand, so people contact me and say, hey, I want to sell your survival food. Will you, ship it for me? And of course, as long as they qualify, I do. Let me get a sip of my tea here. There we go. And I want to get some of this off my screen here. Where is all right, there we go. So we got to get back to our chat section here. My chat wasn't showing up. So that's the first way of doing it, through drop shipping. And that's certainly a good way to do it. Okay. It's a way that, you don't have any investment. You don't have to spend any money. It's a whole lot less effort. Now, the downside to drop shipping is that you will, of course, going to make less money. Okay. So if you were to buy in bulk, like we have a discount if somebody buys in bulk and they ship it out themselves, we give them the discount. But we don't do that if they're drop shipping, because drop shipping, they don't really do anything but list it and sell it. But it's an easy way for you to get started if that's what you want to do. The next thing on my list would be wholesaling, and I kind of touched upon it just now when I said you buy in bulk. Buying wholesale products is a good product sourcing strategy if you want to get up and running quickly. Now, I'm going to give you the caveat to this, and that is you don't want to buy in bulk until you're sure it's going to sell. Okay. When I first started online, I sold cell phone cases, and I would buy in bulk. And I ended up with a lot of cell phone cases I couldn't sell because I hadn't tested it. But see, that was such a difficult product to sell because cell phones kept changing so fast that people kept changing, what type of holder they wanted. Not a good business for me. I didn't like that business. I lost money at it, but it taught me how to sell online. Now, it is easy compared to sourcing options like manufacturing or handcraft products or something like that. But wholesalers and distributors, I'll get it out, often offer a range of products that are established in the market. So that is one thing that will help you a little bit, is if you start selling products that are already selling out there, then of course you'll know if they're going to sell or not. So that gives you a little bit of insight. Wholesale marketplaces like Handshake make a buying process a whole lot easier. And you can go to handshake.com. You can see what I'm talking about. Each supplier is pre-vetted by a team of retail experts. So there is less risk of bringing in a product to market. Many also offer private label services, which means you can brand your own products and sell them as your own. People won't even know the difference. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you make it or not. It's no big deal. But there's other B2B marketplaces. As a matter of fact, let me copy these, and I'm going to put these in the chat section so you guys have these, because sometimes when I call them off, you don't understand what I'm saying, or you can't get them down fast enough. All right, so I think that'll do it. So these are the other ones that I would recommend. They should be in the chat box there. If you haven't opened up your chat box, you want to do that. Okay, you want to make sure you do that so that you can chat. Okay, so you can do that. And let me get my screen going here so I can do that too. There we go. All right, and live chat is there. So you can see it in there now. It's global sources, Alibaba, Trade India, DHgate, India Mart, and Thomas. All of these are really good sources if you want to do some wholesale purchasing. I recommend any of them. Now let's move on to the next one, manufacturers. All right, this is a little different. Manufacturing products is good for businesses with a unique idea or variation of an idea that's already been out there. So if you've already validated a market for your product, you know it's going to sell, you've got people that can buy this product and want to buy this product, and you're confident it's going to sell, because this is a big step here, that it's a good way to source products. Market research is really important here, guys, because manufacturing requires the most upfront investment. You've got to pay somebody to make this product for you, and you've got to do it in volume. Let me get a sip. Now, you can private label it through a manufacturer, which what they do is they create a private label products for your business only. You control what goes into the product, how it's packaged, and how the labels actually look. And it's best if you're creating unique, different kinds of products. So that's good. Now, white label, these products are generic and sold to various retailers. They're better for larger customer segments. You can still have your name on it, but there may be 20 other people selling that product also with their name on it. So that's more of a white label product. Manufacturing overall gives you more control over branding and price. You can also control the quality of the final result, which is less likely if you're drop shipping. because they make it, they brand it, they send it out, so you don't really have any control. All you have control over is what you charge for it. After its upfront cost, manufacturing can result in a lower cost per unit and higher margins. So you can make more money at it, thus a little bit more risk. There are a few drawbacks to manufacturing there, I will tell you that. Depending on how much your product costs, you'll need to meet minimum order quantities. You'll see this listed as MOQ. MOQ, this means minimum order quantities. So let's say, I'm trying to think of a product that we would do. Let's say this cup right here, and you wanted this cup and you wanted some words printed on here, but you wanted the cup special, okay? You wanted to have a certain shape to it. I'm not talking about print on demand right now. Then they may say, well, you've got to order at least 1,000 of these before we are going to even take your order, because they have to get their machines up and running. They have to make their dies for that thing. They got to do whatever they got to do. Now, as you order more of them, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, the price normally goes down, but they're going to have that minimum order quantity stuck on just about anything you have manufactured. Nobody's going to, do a custom manufacturing of 1 or 2 items. They're not going to do that. Now, some companies will do a sample of something and send it to you, but they're going to charge you for it. And it's going to be expensive, okay, if you do a sample of something. The next thing I want to talk about is trade shows. A lot of you guys who probably listen to this channel have not been to a trade show. You probably think, well, I'm not at the stage I need to be at to actually go to a trade show. I don't really have the experience. I don't have the customers. I don't have any of that. Expose yourself. Here's what I mean. Go to one of these trade shows anyhow, no matter what level you're at. I mean, I go to them now and I find cool things. And I don't always buy something, but I'd like to see what's in the market. If nothing else, if you go to a trade show, you're going to educate yourself. There's tons of trade shows, guys. Now, for a while, because of the world illness, we all know about that, they were shut down around the world. Trade shows were done, but they're all coming back now. People are coming back. I saw an article last night, as a matter of fact. We're going to New Orleans next month, and we were excited because on March 18th, the federal mask mandate on travel was supposed to go away. And then on the 18th, the CDC came out and said, we're going to extend it to April 15th. Well, we leave on, April 18th, maybe it is. Yeah, it was like a month later. We leave on the 15th. So we were still stuck wearing these masks. And then last night I read this article where there's a bunch of states, I think there's like 28 states at this point, are suing the federal government to get rid of this mask mandate because it hurts travel. It hurts people coming to their towns. It hurts their economy, and there's no need for it anymore. Okay, and you can have your opinion one way or another. My opinion is there's no need for it anymore. At one point, maybe there was when we were unsure about this stuff, but there isn't anymore. So these trade shows are starting to open up now, and I tell you what, they're really going to open up after April 18th, I think I said, because at that point, people are going to be able to travel. So it's not going to be a big thing. A trade show is really just an event where businesses and buyers come together to demonstrate and discuss the latest products and services. That's it, okay? And it may not be the latest. It may be a product they've been selling for 10 years, but they go to trade shows to get more customers. These events often take place in like a convention center, usually in a large city, and they last for maybe 2, 3, 4 days, something like that. They're also in smaller local trade shows that take place in different areas around the world. There's a bunch in China. I mean, that's a big area now, but I know they're shutting down some parts of China now. For buyers, it's a great opportunity to experience products before buying them and to actually network with other businesses. It can also give you an endless inspiration for new product lines. I mean, I go there and I see some of this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. But I try to rein myself in because, if I'm doing something else, I'm taking away from something I am doing now. So you got to really be cautious about that. Trade shows also offer workshops, presentations, panels, exhibitor events. I still go to these things. I'm scheduled to go on a marketer's cruise, and I think it's January of next year, something like that. I think we've already scheduled that out. And it's going to be something where I guarantee I'll learn something. I will learn something, and I'll probably teach somebody else too. And the last thing on our list is handcraft products. Making your own products by hand is a common approach to many hobbyists. And I say hobbyist, you can't really scale this, guys. whether it's a beauty product, clothing, jewelry, handcrafting stuff, decorative stuff, whatever it is, it does give you full control over the quality and branding. The drawback, however, is it does take time and it is hard to scale, if not impossible. Now, what a lot of people do if they have one of these handcrafted products and they start doing well and they can't keep up with the demand, then they'll farm it out to a manufacturer. And that's a good way to get started. The other things you got to consider when you're doing your own products is what are the raw materials going to cost you? What about warehousing? What about storage? What about your own labor? I think a lot of times people don't calculate in their own labor. What is your time worth? If you weren't making that product, what else could you be doing to earn money? And I look at that every single day. There's very few things I do that will trump the value of what I can make. Very few things. And I mean like mowing my grass outside my house. I won't do that because that would take up way too much time where I could invest that time in my business and make a lot more money than when I pay that guy to mow the lawn. And that goes true with a lot of things in my business. SEO, I have a company working on our SEO. I teach SEO. I know how to do SEO. I can do SEO, but it's very time consuming. And I could take that same time and work on doing an email campaign, doing a sales page, something along those lines. And if I do that, I'm going to make a whole lot more money. So you got to look at your time value. What is your time worth? Making your own products can result in a profitable venture. However, think about what you could be doing with your time. That's something that you've really got to consider when you start to make your own products, okay? Now, I want to talk about some apps. There are apps for sourcing products, guys. If you don't want to go through all this stuff and look through all this stuff, I'm going to give you some apps. And matter of fact, I'm going to go through them first. And then what I'll do is I'll post them before we end today in that chat section so you can go and look at all these. The first one is called Handshake, and it's Shopify's wholesale marketplace. It's free. Handshake is a wholesale marketplace and product sourcing app built and operated by Shopify. What this app will allow you to do is you can choose from hundreds of thousands of products from brands from all over the US. Currently, only country where it's available is the US. But Handshake catalog contains a variety of products, making the product sourcing a great way to find apparel, candles, stationery, fragrances, you name it. Printify is another good way of doing things, guys. Printify is a print-on-demand company, so you can sell T-shirts and mugs and wall hangings and blankets and whatever you want. And what they do is they will actually print whatever you want on there when you get an order, so you don't have to invest in anything. And it's free. Okay, they got free plans available where you don't have to pay anything for it. You can do T-shirts, you can do beach towels, notebooks, you name it. Drip Shipper is another cool one. Now, Drip Shipper, as you would probably figure out, has to do with coffee. Okay, do you consider yourself a coffee connoisseur and you want to sell coffee? Drip Shipper will charge you $30 a month, but they will source all these different coffee companies that will ship out stuff for you. The next one is De-essers. De-essers, you can choose from millions of products to sell. They have a free plan that's available. Of course, all these companies have paid ones too, but it was built to make it easy to find the best products and add them to your Shopify store if you're doing Shopify. You can choose from millions of products across almost any niche you can think of, curating them into a branded online store to serve specific audience. So that's another great way. You can do rings and sunglasses and watches, apparels, electronics, phones, all kinds of different stuff. Next one is Sprocket. Now, Sprocket, Spocket, is only available in the US and the EU. Those are the only two places that you can get Sprocket. But Sprocket is a very, very cool site, guys. I think you'd be very impressed with it. Sprocket actually is a free plan, and they have some paid ones too. But you can sell anything from earrings, apparel, sports and outdoor equipment, footwear, bath and beauty items, and a whole lot more. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. I don't want to list all of them. but it's another great place to source products. And I'm going to give you a list of all these in the chat when we're done, so you can look at it. Some of you may not. I didn't even ask you to. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. I was supposed to be building my channel at the same time I'm teaching you guys. Hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on the bell notification so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. Next one is called Syncee. Syncee. It's a marketplace of suppliers. It's SYNCEE. And don't worry, I'm going to list all of these in the chat section. They do have a free plan available, but you can import products to your store, which is pretty cool. Baby products, watches, fashions, toys, fishing accessories, perfume, a whole lot more, all kinds of different stuff. So you can do any of those. The next one I want to tell you about is called Creative Hub. And you can sell art made by contemporary artists. Now, this is pretty cool. It's a free to install app. With Creative Hub, you don't need to be an artist or any art background to sell art. This is a UK-based marketplace that gives you access to premium art by contemporary artists to sell in your own store. For each piece, you're told the retail price and the minimum price you can sell it for, and your share as a vendor and how much you stand to make at the retail price. Some prints are even limited edition, commanding a higher price tag. There is also fixed international shipping costs, which keep shipping simple and lets you sell to anyone, anywhere in the entire world, which is pretty cool. It's important to note that frames are not included, though you may be able to source them, and I'm sure you can from one of these other ones I've listed. The next one I want to tell you about is also a print on demand. It's called Printful. I've used them. They're good. Printful does the same thing where, you decide on a shirt or a mug or a blanket or whatever you want to embroider, or pillows, phone cases, you name it. And when somebody buys it, you send the order to Printful. They print it the way you want it. They ship it out to the customer and you're done. And then you get your commission. So you don't have to do a whole lot of work for that. Next one now I want to tell you about, my online fashion store. It's fashion and accessories for women only. So if you sell to a niche that is women, it's a good one. You can source scarves there, tank tops, lingerie, sunglasses, handbags, belts, hats, you name it. You can get it all at that particular site. Let me get another sip here real quick, get a little bit dry. All right, my next one is Lulu Direct. Lulu Direct. Now, Lulu Direct is print on demand books and calendars. That's all they do, books and calendars. But it's pretty cool. It's a free to install app, and they focus exclusively on books and calendars, letting you use print on demand fulfillment to launch your own book product. You can print the format and the size of the book, whether you want a hardcover or soft cover, color, black and white, whatever you want. If you've got an idea for a best-selling coffee table book, Lulu Direct is a low-risk way to try out your idea before investing heavily in it. Like I said, they'll do hardcover photo books, they'll do comic books, they'll do workbooks, they'll do novels, they'll do poetry books, calendars, journals, anything. They do all kinds of different stuff. Next one I want to tell you about is called Shapeways. Shapeways. This is a print-on-demand 3D printing. So this is pretty cool. They print 3D products. So let's say you want a little statue of somebody. It's free to install, by the way. But they fulfill these services, and you can upload your own 3D models and bring them to life as a physical product. While this may be one of the most expensive apps to use on this list that I'm giving you today, consider the upfront cost of 3D modeling. If you use it to create truly unique, high-quality products to sell on demand for rapid prototyping, they're great. The available 3D printing materials include carbon, sandstone, aluminum, gold, steel, plastic, you name it. You can make it into a 3D product. Next one I want to tell you about is Modelist, and it's a network of suppliers with fast shipping. Okay, so if you want to be that Amazon kind of guy or girl, then this would be what you would want to use. They have a free plan available. It has a 5% transaction fee on sales. Modelist is a supplier network that gives you access to drop shippers based in the US. This is only the US with relatively fast shipping times. You can find independent brands trendy products, low-cost goods to sell in your own store. Many of their independent brands include other Shopify merchants who also meet strict requirements, and you won't be dealing with some shady company. But they do backpacks, formal wear, t-shirts, footwear, swimwear, electronics, all kinds of different stuff. And I'm getting ready to list all of these once again in your chat section, so I will have it there. Even if you're not watching this live, you can go over to the chat section. Maybe I could put that in the comments section or the description too. I'll probably do that too, so that you guys have those, so you can find those things. But do your market research, guys. Look at industry trends. Look at consumer needs. Look at the legislative trends. Knowing this information really will help you choose the right kind of product to offer before you find a supplier. I always tell people, source. Look for competitors out there. If there's competitors, that's a really good thing, okay? A lot of people go, oh my gosh, there's so many competitors for this product. Well, that's a good thing. That means that a lot of people are selling that product. If a lot of people are selling it, guess what? You'll probably be successful. If nobody's selling it, there could be a reason for that. Now, if you've been in e-commerce for years and years and years and sold products online, and you uncover something you think is really going to sell, that's entirely different. But if you're brand new and you're trying to come up with an idea that the market doesn't know about, odds are the market knows about it, and that's probably why they're not selling it, okay? And you may be that kind of person who's just inventive, and you've come up with something that nobody's ever thought of before. It's pretty tough to do, I will tell you that. One more sip there before we get going. Let me get this list now of all these sites I just mentioned to you. You know what they are, but you need that list. Let me try to find that in my files here. And in the meantime, guys, if you have any questions, anything you want to know about having to do with starting, running, and growing online businesses, please use that chat box. I don't see it getting used much today, and that's a shame because you guys could get questions answered absolutely free. And when I do consulting, I charge handsomely for that. So let me get this list here. There we go. Copy it. And let me go ahead and stick that in this chat box right here, guys, so that you have that. There it is. And it's kind of bunched together, but you'll get it. You'll be able to look at it and figure it out. It's not that hard to do. All of them are one-word things. I think outside of Creative Hub, that's the only one that is 2 words for the website. But if you search any of these, Lulu Direct is also 2 words. Online fashion store is 3 words. So as you look through this list I've just put up there, understand that you're going to have to, put it into Google and search it, but it's not hard to do. This is not hard to do. This is easy stuff. Let's see here. We've got a couple comments popping in. What's my buddy Richard doing? Where are you at, Richard? There's Richard right there. I'll stick him up there. Looks like, oh, he's from Miami right now. Man, you're all over the place, Richard. You live the life. You really do. That's my buddy there for several years. We had some good barbecue the other day. Richard, I'm heading out to New Orleans, and I don't know if you know that or not. If you've been on the live, I mentioned it a couple times, but I'm heading to New Orleans, heading there for Easter weekend, going to meet a friend of mine from high school. Yeah, we're still alive. I'm going to meet him from high school and some other people there. My wife's coming with me. We're going to be staying like a block off Bourbon Street. We have people staying in our house here, so don't think about robbing it. There's going to be people here. Plus, I have the added advantage of having an FBI retired agent living next door to me, which is always good. And he was a surveillance guy. So if you're listening, Eddie, keep an eye on the house. Okay, please. I appreciate it. Guys, that's what I got for you today. There's also a free course. Let's see here. What? Wait. Richard just said something very interesting. Let me see. He says, great. Are you going to the Tesla party in Austin coming up? No. What is the Tesla party? Where is that? What's going on? Nobody told me about any Tesla party in Austin. Richard knows something I don't. He knows a lot of things I don't. He knows a lot about real estate I don't. I can tell you that. Yeah, what is the Tesla party? Send me a message or text me or something, Richard. Let me know about that. I'd be very interested in that. And Richard, they're announcing that their stock is going to split. Now, the last time they split it 5 times. I'm a little off topic right now, but what the heck? We're just sitting here talking. They split it 5 times, and it was at $1,000, and it went back to $1,000, which means it went up 5 times. Pretty cool stuff. And now they're talking about splitting it again. He hasn't said how many splits he's going to do. I know Google has also said the same thing. They want to do a stock split. They want to split it 20 times. 20 times. That is insane. 20 times. Now, if they were to do the same thing with Tesla stock, oh my God. I mean, I don't know what it would go to. It'd be insane. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of that. The hugest Tesla party is around April 8th to celebrate opening the Tesla Gigafactory. Well, give me an invitation, Richard. I want to go to it. Tell me all about it. I will be in town on the 8th, so I'm good there. I'm good to go. Let me know about it. I'd be happy to hit it. All right, guys, if you got any other questions, stick it in that chat box. If you're not listening to this live, hey, I appreciate you listening anyhow. Probably 99% of my views come after I'm live because people can't always do it. Paul, where have you been? Paul, where have you been? You're now showing up. He says, safe travels, brother. I'm going to stick his comment up there because Paul is a really good commenter. But where have you been? Where have you been, Paul? We've been talking here for what? 30 minutes, and I haven't seen a peep from Paul, but he's back. And that's all that matters. And don't forget, Richard, send me that stuff about Tesla. Guys, if you're not watching this live, please put your comments in the comments section. Ask me any questions you want. Share with me anything you're working on. This was all about products. If you liked this training session, give me a thumbs up. If you don't mind, do me a favor. Also hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. And guys, be kind to other people. Okay, be kind to other people. Don't slap other people. You catch my drift? Don't do that. Okay, unless somebody's physically trying to harm you or your family or one of your loved ones. Don't slap people. It's not a nice thing to do, okay? And I disrespect anybody who does that. April 7th party is at the company's new 8 million square foot headquarters. Well, tell me about it. Give me the information, Richard. You're sitting there teasing me with it. Let's see here. What is Paul says, storm coming, had to batten down hatch. Oh, okay, all right, I'm going to give you that. Your safety does come first. I will promise you that does come first. Hope you post a lot of foodie pics from New Orleans. I probably will. I think that's a good thing. And what I may do is a few videos there for my food channel. Instead of just recipes, you guys can see some of these restaurants. We could talk about the recipes and what we ate and all that good stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you showing up. I know some of you came in late. Whatever. I appreciate you being here. Any portion of this you want to watch, you can. Remember, I did post a list of all of the different apps you can use. Most of them are free for sourcing products. I also posted a lot of places in the chat section where you can actually find products. Richard says, I can recommend, well, let me put it up here. I can recommend a few good places in New Orleans. I'll certainly take the recommendations. I've been there many, many, many times. I'm also, I think we've got reservations like 4 out of 5 days or something there. K. Paul's is out of business, Richard. They've been out of business. They went out of business during COVID, unfortunately. They just couldn't make it. So I'm pretty up to date on the restaurants, but K. Paul's is out of business, unfortunately. I've eaten there before. Great food. I think the thing that makes K. Paul's so good is their sauces. Paul Prudhomme was the founder of that restaurant, and he could make some sauces. But he's passed away a few years ago, and they did go out of business, unfortunately, during the world illness, we're supposed to call it. Can we call it the pandemic? That was my favorite piece to say. That was my favorite place. It was one of our favorites too. I'll be honest with you. I loved it. They just couldn't make it, unfortunately. That stuff happens. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm over 30 minutes. I'm at 33 minutes. You guys have a great day. I appreciate you being here. I will not be here on Friday, unfortunately. I do have a doctor's appointment I got to go to, so unfortunately I won't be here on Friday. I will be here Monday, though. So come back Monday, and we will be posting videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel to help you start, run, and grow your online businesses. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to do that. Subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.